Hello, good morning. Welcome to my home. My name is Jackie. I know this is a different video. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm a little further from the camera. I am doing a repair job, and somebody wanted to have me, they asked me to do it on camera. So I said, okay. So my little puppy dog is over in the corner, and yeah, this is weird. So this is the acrylic paint I'm using. It's just some craft paint, color Scarlet. It's a little redder than this, but with acrylic paint, the key is to just dilute it. As more you dilute it with the water, the thinner it's going to be. Normally I would mix my own color, but I was at the dollar store, guys. We went with the dollar store. So what you didn't see me do was there's this piece of plastic piping was broken. So I used a little bit of super glue and I just glued the piping together. I just pushed it, held it, it glued. This, if you cannot see it because it's not focusing, is paintable repair filler. And it's just something I got. And you're supposed to use a tool to put this on. I'm using the back of a paintbrush, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of the product, just a small amount, and I'm going to put it right there. There, and you can just dab it on, because part of this process is you're going to, looks like this was repaired before. Well, that's actually just a bit of leather. I'm going to put it on pretty thick. What you do after this is you, I might regret this later. I probably should have removed that bit of excess leather, but you know, and then I just wiped off the excess off there. Let me see. And you just want it to, I don't think I like that. Where is my, I've moved 50 billion things today, and I don't know where I've put things. I keep moving things in my area, and then I keep forgetting where I put them. Where did I put that? So tip number 1, get all your things out that you're going to need, or maybe need, or forgot you might need, or you end up doing this. So this is not the tool I would normally use for this, but this is the tool I'm going to use now. I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's just a bit of, so I'm just cutting the leather away so that it's a little bit, it's the peeled back leather that was damaged. So this is a I think it's a filbert head paintbrush. Got a little wet, and I'm just going to, this is a cheap dollar store paintbrush, and then I'm just going to sculpt this a little bit so I can get the shape of the fill to be a little bit more flush. There, and that's going to help fill out the that little bit. So now what I'm going to do, oh, this bag's been treated prior to this. It's been cleaned and conditioned. Technically, I should use a deglazer and strip a layer, but I'm not going to because I'm lazy and I don't want to. I just want to see if this color is going to work, or if I need to get a different color. This is just a little bit of that pure, nothing, not diluted in any way, bit of Scarlet acrylic paint, and we're going to take a look. And we're going to just put it right here on this edge I'm good with this color because I'm not trying to make it look brand new. I'm just trying to make it look a little bit better. So get a little bit more water. So I'm doing a little bit of water here, a little bit of acrylic paint here. Kind of get it a nice even coating on my brush. I don't want it to be too thick. I want it to be more like a wash. I'm just trying to color correct. This is not supposed to look new. I'm not changing the color. I am just adding just enough. And I'm blowing on it to see how the wash looks and the edges look, because that's where you're going to see the color. I think that looks pretty dang good, and time will tell. I'll let this dry and I'll continue to do this. And so this is just, you know, this is how you do a color correction. And I mean, there's ways to do it better. Let's be honest. I am not a pro. I am an amateur. Do this at your own risk. I only do this because I want to still use this bag, and I think it's worth the little bit of effort to try, make it look a little bit better, so it's not so noticeable that some of the dyed on this leather has worn off. So I'm just going to do a little paint. And I do have a coating to put on top of this to seal it a little bit, because this is going to look dull, not glossy, because it's not leather, it's paint on leather. But this is also just on the piping I'm going to do this on. So this is it, guys. This is how you, I mean, if your bag is already a loss and you're going to just give it to Goodwill, retire it, give it to a friend, you might as well try and do something with it. You know, if you want it, if you're a really good artist, you can just paint the bag. I know you had a style that said she wanted to. I wish you would do it live and just do a paint. But you know, artistry is it's inspiration. It takes time. It's not a do it. We're not all Bob Ross. I don't know if you ever watched that painting show on PBS, but that was a fun show. I always liked watching that. I always loved watching him. I never could do it, his formula of landscape, but I liked watching it. So slowly, I'm probably going to do a little bit of a, sorry about the glare, I just noticed that that's a little shiny, but it's because of that white. But if you can see, there's some dark right here. So I'm just gonna get a little bit more of this red, and this isn't leather paint either, guys. It's not a dye. It's just a standard acrylic craft paint. Nothing fancy at all. So this will rub off if you don't put a protectant on it to protect you. The bag's fine. You know, you just don't want to have color transfer, and what that causes color transfer is that this is an acrylic paint. So you put a sealer on it, and do a little bit more of a little wash, and I'm gonna just, again, this is all about blending. It's not about making it look new. This will never look new again. This is used, well used. We used enough that the edge has worn through and the piping broke. That's well loved. That's a well loved bag. But this whole bag looks fine. I'm not going to, not everything has to look new, guys. I think sometimes well worn is a badge of honor because it's well loved. You know someone really loved it and they used it and they used the heck out of it. Get every dollar you put into it out of it, you know. So anyway, so I'm going to, so what the next step is, once this is drier than this, is you're going to sand this, and then I'm going to paint over this. Now this is really white. You also, before you would put the filler on, you could have blended the color into the material, because when I paint this, it's going to be really obvious. So we're going to do some more to this, and I will show you the after. So I'm going to sit here and continue to paint, but I'm going to move my equipment back, and I guess if I have a second, I'm going to show you my dog right there. Hey Milo. Milo, hi, look, say hi to everybody. Hi. Yep, he's like, I don't care. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll add some more to it. Have a great day. Bye. Hello, and we're back. We're gonna do some filing or some sanding, and I don't have any sandpaper. I forgot to pick it up. What am I gonna use? Emery board. And you're just gonna take, if it has a finer side or a rougher side, and just do some sanding. This might be too rough of a grit, and actually it's coming right off because it's a little, I didn't put enough on there. Let's do some shaping anyway, because when I put another layer on, this actually might be okay, because again, it's just to give it a surface and to fill in the actual missing leather. I think that's actually okay. Some kind of smushing. There we go. And that's it. And this is what happened to the file. It just has a little bit of red on it. And then I'm going to take my paint, which this is going to show up really bright. I really shouldn't do this, but I didn't actually get a darker color. I don't want to pull out my other acrylic paints that I have buried. So here we go. Let's just take a layer, see what it's going to look like. Yeah, not the best. It's just too white. I am probably go with another layer of filler. But honestly, it's not awful. But it's too obvious that it's missing material there. So I need to put a little bit more filler and then let it really dry, not just a few minutes. So anyhow, I'll be back. Well, hello, I'm back. So here we go. Let me show you the end result. I filled up the bag. This bag's beaten up to heck and back, right? This has had a good long life, and it's gonna still be used. So I didn't do too much more. Let me see, where's the, right there is the repair. It's still, the color is not quite, because I didn't quite get the, I should have gotten a little bit of black paint, a little bit, or brown paint, to kind of show the age. But to be honest, this poor bag, so this is the Florentine satchel, and it should be red. It's just aged down to a nice orange red, and this hardware is plated. This poor hardware has been to heck and back, to the point the plating is even coming off. It is, this bag's had a hard life, okay? It didn't have a gentle life, but we're gonna use it. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna keep using it, and I repaired it as good as I'm going to. I don't want it to look brand new, because why? It's not brand new. I'm going to have it continue. One of these days, I'm just going to get the whole darn thing wet and scrub it down and see how it does. But not today and not anytime soon. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my repair my bag. I invested $10. The leather filler was $5. The paintbrush, the paint, I didn't even seal it. The paintbrush and paint came from the dollar store. So it's $3 in dollar store, $5 for paint filler, and that's rounding up. So it for $10 versus the $400 I was quoted to get that professionally done. It works. I just needed it to look better than it did and not so obvious, and I'm the only one who knew. So, and I'll probably still be the only person that knows other than everybody who watches this video. So anyway, hey, it never hurts to try, and the worst that would have happened was I messed up and it's back to where it started, which was at Goodwill. Somebody will use that bag. It's still a beautiful leather bag. It's just the piping, and I'm going to use it. I'm not giving it away. I'm keeping it. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.